Welcome back, bridge fans. We're here with another hand. This was from yesterday's Zenith. I played it in yesterday's Zenith. I can't remember what percentage I got in the hand, but it was a pretty interesting hand halfway through. And if you're someone who knows a bit about squeezes but struggles to visualise what you need your opponents to have, or when squeezes are going to work and when they're not, this is quite an interesting hand. You get to the point halfway through the hand where we know there's a squeeze, where there's a guaranteed squeeze. We just have to find what suits the squeezer in. So I quite enjoyed this hand once I realised what was happening. So we're just going to go through this. You're the south hand. It's not best hand bridge, but obviously it's gone pass to you. You've got 19 points. You've got the best hand in this case. And you decide, but you've got one of two openings you can make. The book bid is to open one club, and I would bid one club with all my human partners. And the Gib bid was 2 no trumps for me. I think I'll just right side the contract, tell Gib how many points you've got. They can place the final contract a lot better if they know you've got some sort of balanced hand within a certain point range. So I opened 2 no trumps. I wouldn't advise you to do that in real life because you generally want a 5-card suit, you generally maybe even a 6-card suit, you generally want good intermediates. You haven't got 10 nines, you haven't got a second 4-card suit. As 19 counts go, this is on the below average side. But you open 2 no trumps, and partner as a past hand bids 4 no trumps. So partner has done a quantitative raise to 6. You've already overbid. We're going to pass. And they lead the 10 of diamonds, so we're going to take stock of what we've got. And we're playing match points, so if at any point opportunity comes to try and make 11 or even 12 tricks, we're going to try and take that. But for the moment, going off will be disastrous. So we need to make sure we get 10. So we have a quick count of our tricks. Diamonds is the easiest to count because there's nothing hard about that. We're going to make 4 diamond tricks once we've unblocked things. We've got entries to the north end, so that shouldn't be a problem. We've got 4 diamonds, we've got 2 hearts, that's 6. We've got 2 spades, that's 8. We can guarantee at least one club, that's going to be 9. So we haven't actually got 10 tricks, but it's pretty promising. Spades could be 3-3, that could get us an extra trick. There could be something nice in clubs. There could be 3-3, there could be the ace on side, there could be the jack on side. You're only realistically not going to make 3 club tricks when East has ace, jack, 9x. So it looks like we're going to make at least 10. Let's see if we can make more than that. So we win the diamond with the king. And we decide to play on clubs. Clubs is our suit that offers the most prospect for more tricks. And remember, we're only on 9 initially. So we're going to play a club up and see what happens. And West plays the jack. Just bear that in mind, sorry, East discarded a spade at trick 1. So at trick 1, you know that the diamonds are 6-0. So you know West has 6 diamonds. So when you play a club up at trick 2 and the jack comes up, you're pretty confident that's singleton. The robots generally wouldn't play the jack from ace-jack here. They would go in with the ace and try and find some sort of switch. So when they play the jack here, because they're robots, because I've played against them a lot, I'm pretty sure that the jack is a singleton. So we get to this point now, and we've got our 10 tricks. If the ace of clubs is with West, we could make 11, but I'm pretty sure it's with East. And because I don't necessarily know where my entries need to be, I don't want to give East information to what to switch to and things like that. So I just played the Queen of Clubs. Okay, so we've won a diamond, we've won a club, we played the Queen of Clubs, East takes their ace, and as expected, West shows out. So, quick count of a hand. We've made 2 tricks already and we've lost 1. Further tricks to come, we've got 1 more club, that's 3. We've got 3 more diamonds, that's 6. We've got 2 more hearts, that's 8. And 2 more spades, that's 10. So we're going to make 10 tricks, definitely. We have 10 top tricks. And now because we're playing match points, we're looking for the opportunities to make 11. Okay? So when we'll see what East switch to. East can't switch to a diamond. They can't play a club back, so they've got to switch to one of the majors. They play the Queen of Spades. Now, this is the crux of the hand. Where are opportunities to make extra tricks? Because diamonds are 6-0 and clubs are 5-1, it doesn't look like things are splitting very well. There's a very good chance that potentially West has 4 spades because they were short in clubs, or the East has 4 or 5 spades because they were short in diamonds. They have no diamonds. So we don't quite know how things are going to break, and the odds that spades are going to be 3-3 are pretty low because East did throw a spade at trick 1 when they have 5 clubs. So often the first discard, and this is more so true with humans, often the first discard is from a 5-card suit because it's often, especially in no trumps, a safe discard to throw from when you don't think you're going to get in to set it up. So when your opponents in real life play discard a suit early on, there's a very good chance they're discarding from their longest suit, and it's often a 5-card suit or 6-card suit or something like that. So I'm not too confident in spades breaking. That's one of our avenues for 11 tricks. The spades could be 3-3. We can effectively duck a spade, and play for spades to initially have been 3-3, or East to initially have had 4 spades, and West to have 2, but East just thrown 1, so the spade would come good that way. So if spades aren't 3-3, are there any other avenues for extra tricks? Yeah, we can take a double heart finesse. We can play East for Queen 10 of hearts, and we can play the Jack of hearts, and then play a heart to the 9. And in terms of spades breaking or the double heart finesse, spades breaking is more likely, just based on odds. Spades are more likely to have been 3-3 or East initially having 4 than the double heart finesse. The double heart finesse is about 25%. But there is a 100% line for 11 tricks at this point. Let's see if we can think about what's going to happen here. So we have 10, we know that. We are looking for an 11th trick. If it's 100%, there's going to be some sort of squeeze. And so what we need to think about is, if spades are breaking, doesn't matter, that's fine. So let's assume that if we're going to duck a spade at some point, because we have to rectify the count, we have to make sure that if we're trying to win 11, that they've already won 2. That's not always the case, but often in squeezes that's the case. So if you're going to make a squeeze and you're trying to make 11, if the squeeze works, you have to have already conceded your 2 the vast majority of the time. So we're going to duck this spade, but before we see what West plays on it, we're going to think about why at this point it's 100% to make 11 tricks. That if spades aren't breaking, you will need to squeeze someone, and if East has 4 spades, what we're going to do is squeeze them in the black suits. Okay, we're going to imagine that it comes down to the ends. We're going to cash all our red suit winners. We're going to finish in the north hand where you've got the 10 and 8 of clubs and some spades, and you've south guarding the long spade and so on, and East on the last red suit winner can't keep the guarded clubs and the guarded spades. So if East has 4 spades, we know that we can squeeze East in the black suits as long as we've ducked a trick at some point. So we're going to duck this Queen of Spades. 1, because spades might break. 2, because for any squeeze to work, we need to rectify the count. What can we do if West has 4 spades? Can you see what we can do if West has 4 spades? How on earth can we squeeze someone? If East has the clubs and West has a spade, how on earth can we squeeze someone? Often there'll be something called a double squeeze. It's not a double squeeze in this case. Okay? If West has 4 spades, imagine this is the case, that West has 4 spades and initially 6 diamonds and 1 club. West, if they're guarding spades, can only have 2 hearts. That means East has to be guarding one of the majors. They're either guarding hearts because West can't guard spades. If West is guarding spades, East has to be guarding hearts because West won't have enough. Or East is guarding spades. So at this point, the contract is 100%. Doesn't matter how the cards lie in the East-West hands. All you need to do is find out which suit East is guarding. They're either going to have hearts and clubs or spades and clubs. There's no way that they can have that West can be guarding spades and hearts. Okay, does that make sense? Based on the first discard that East made on the diamond, it's very likely that East has got spades and clubs, but that at this point it was 100% based on how they lie. We can see that it's a bit clearer now because Queen of Spades small, West shows out, so you can actually get place the exact cards initially. West had 6 hearts, 6 diamonds and a singleton club initially, and the East had 6 spades, 5 clubs and 2 hearts. So at that point it was cold. We just need to make sure we do this now. So we have to what's called rectify the count. We're going to duck this. East can't play a club to make our life awkward because it gives up a club trick. So East has to continue with a spade. They maybe don't want to lead away from the Queen of Hearts or something like that. And they continue spade, and we need to think about now how to set this squeeze up. Okay, what do we need to do? Okay, well what we need to do is be in the north hand when the last red suit winner is cashed. We need to be in the north hand. I think there is another way to do it, but I figured out we need to be in the north hand when the last red suit winner is cashed. So we need to cash our tricks in the right order. We also need what's called an extended menace. So whichever suit is guarding the long card, in this case I was going to have it as be spades, you need to retain the ace of spades. So whichever way around you do it, you need to retain the ace of spades or the 10 of clubs. In this case I'm going to retain the ace of spades. Win with the king. We need to unblock our tricks. So we're going to unblock our hearts. We're going to cash another heart. There's East's 2 hearts. East has only black cards left. We're going to cash our diamonds, our blocking diamonds. We're going to cash our other blocking diamonds. And then we're going to play a spade, a club to dummy to the 10. And now East has 3 cards left. East has the 9 of clubs, which is guarding the 8, and 2 spades. And we know that for a fact because people have been showing out here and there. So on the Queen of Diamonds, East has no winning card to play. You can see that they've got 2 spades and the 9 of clubs. This is the squeeze card, and often with squeezes you need to visualize this point. What's going to happen when the squeeze card's going to be played? Where do I need to be when it's played? How do my entries need to look? So you can see the only entry we've got left is the Ace of Spades, and you need that entry to be able to cross from the north hand to the south hand to cash this 8 of Spades that becomes good. So what does he throw? It doesn't really matter. They ended up throwing a club, so I discard a heart, and now my 8 of clubs is high, and my last spade with the Ace of Spades to make 11 tricks. So you can see the full hand. There we go, there's the full hand at trick 1. I think against humans, East might have found a bid. It's gone pass to you. I would never be quiet with that East hand. I would have bid probably like 3 spades or something quite preemptive and getting in there. I would never have just let North-South have an easy ride. But it was a squeeze for 11 tricks, and at the point where, again, if we just go to the point where it was cold, so at this point here it's cold. If West had the 4 spades, you can imagine if you gave the Jack 10, 9, 8, 9, 4 of spades to the West hand, so that West was guarding spades, West would have to give 4 of their hearts to East, and then East would be squeezing hearts and clubs, not spades and clubs. So at this point it was cold. Very likely that East had spade length based on the first discard, but doesn't matter what it was, I was going to be able to make 11. So I hope you enjoyed that. I did when I played it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.